So analyzing your Instagram campaign results can be absolutely the key to profitability. This is where you can find either treasure or see, oh, this is not working, I have to stop this. So there are 3 ways to easily analyze your campaigns. The dominant one that we're going to focus on is the Facebook Ads Manager. You're running your campaigns most of the time in the Facebook Ads Manager. You have to use the Ads Manager to see everything that is happening with the people who run through your campaign. I'm going to show you in a second. The second way is to use Facebook Analytics or Google Analytics. Yeah, but today we're going to focus on the Facebook Ads Manager. And in the first segment, I showed you the advanced segment with the UTM parameters. They are necessary to do the Google Analytics evaluation of your campaigns. So how does the Facebook Business Manager look like? We are now looking at the actual campaign from the remote event guidebook. Let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah. First of all, you can see how much did I spend on this day. And you can see, we spent 67 euro and we got 5,800 impressions. That means your ad was shown 5,900 times. And you paid 11.41 euro on your Instagram story ads. This was Instagram story only, for showing that to 1,000 people. If this number is, for example, 30, yeah, that is okay for retargeting. But if it's too expensive, then your audience is probably too tight. So all of those numbers tell me a story of what is working and what is not working. And I just want to let you participate in my thought process of what I'm thinking. I don't need to be right. I just think I'm right. Yeah. But I have to train my brain over time, and you have to do the same on, oh yeah, does this story that I can see in the numbers have anything to do with the reality if I change something? So the first thing I would say 11 euros during the Corona time is pretty expensive. So I would probably broaden the audience a little bit. Then I see that I reached 5,000 people. That is fine. The frequency tells me how often did they see it. So impressions divided by reach is frequency. It's still 1.19. That is very low. I try to keep my frequency below 2. In my prospecting campaigns, totally fine. And I see that I got 39 unique outbound clicks. So this is where we start to get into the funky business. So I paid 67 euro for 39 clicks. So how much is that? Let me just zoom it a little bit over to the other side. Here are the 39 outbound clicks. And only 0.78% click through. And I think this is the biggest problem. I told you that it's really hard to make the swipe up decision in the 6 seconds. I usually expect for Instagram story ads, a good ad goes for like a 2% swipe up rate. Yeah. So this with a better and higher engaging ad could easily double the engagement. And what does that mean for our cost per lead? It's cut straight in half. Yeah, a much better result. So, and the bad click-through rate leads to a high cost per click, because the ad servers are only thinking in the impressions. Yeah, and this is pretty much a fixed price, and the click-through rate, that is what results into the CPC, the cost per unique outbound click. Why did I choose the unique outbound one? I just wanted to show you that this is an option. It just counts, if one person makes 3 clicks on the ad, it just counts it as 1. Yeah, and it gives me a better funnel view of the users and how they move through the funnel. So unique landing page views means that 37 out of those 39 people have managed to land on the website. Where did the other ones go? For example, they didn't opt in to your consent, or they got lost because the page speed is really slow. So, but this is a very small loss. I regularly see people losing about 30% of people from a click to a landing page view. And this is when I start to worry about page speed. But we don't seem to have a problem here, so that is good. Now, 8 people registered That is the conversion event that was chosen when somebody downloaded the guidebook. 8 out of 37. That is actually pretty fantastic. Yeah. Let me make a quick calculation. So 8 divided by 37. That is a 21.6% conversion rate on the landing page. That is pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, it's a free book. That's great. Maybe it could be better. Definitely. I've seen free guidebooks go out for 40%. Another potential cutting in half point. But it's not the real problem. The real problem that those numbers tell me is the click-through rate. The ad is simply not engaging enough. Yeah, and the recommendation would be now create this 3 times 15-second video or use multiple images, yeah, in the carousel ad to explain the value. So at the end, this is the most important number. What did we pay per download, yeah, per lead? And this is in total €8.41. So now we want to dig for treasure because maybe it already worked really well with some people compared to others. So let's split those results. Again, you see this landing page, the desktop site. That is the goal where we want to get to. People swipe up from the story, land on this landing page. This is the desktop version though. This is the mobile version that they see. And you can see that it looks a bit weird. And I tested it on my mobile phone as well. And this font looks too big, or at least the space between the lines is too big, the line height. And the call to action is very low, is very far down. I'm pretty sure that on smaller devices, it's not going to show up in a thumb-friendly position. Then we have this weird chat window as well. And this chat window is laying over the call to action. And you imagine that most people are right-handed. It's going to cover the call to action button area that people want to click. And that could turn into a problem, yeah, because less people convert. So improving the mobile experience on this landing page has, I'm pretty sure, potential to increase the conversion rate by at least 50% just based on the landing page. So let's look. Was there a difference between the performance of Android versus iOS user? Yeah, we know since it's Instagram ads, it's 100% mobile traffic. Yeah, because the Instagram ad is only available on mobile phones. And this is where those breakdowns on this right-hand side are really handy. Let me just read it for you. I think it's pretty hard to read right now. I can tell you that an Android user only costs €5.55 per conversion, but the iOS user costs €11. So you already have a group, the Android smartphone users, who cost you way less. So what else can we split? We can split for gender. Of course, I looked ahead and saw what made real big differences. And male cost €6.83 people, and they were 6 out of 8. And that is a very important thing to realize. Facebook is not judgmental about men or women. It just sees what kind of target groups and like properties of audiences work better. And here Facebook realized, oh, I should be spending more money with males because they are converting more. So Facebook made the decision to spend €40 out of the 67 on male. And 24 were still spent on women, but only one woman converted in the eyes of Facebook, yeah? In the eyes of Facebook to a lead, yeah? A person who downloaded the guidebook, and it cost €24. Of course, these are still very small numbers, and we will have to see on how this balances out. But more often than not, I see that those results become pretty consistent over time, yeah? And what is really interesting here is that the cost per click for the men is much more expensive than for the women. Oh, sorry, it's cheaper for the men than for the women. And this is where it gets even more clear that the ad is unattractive. The ad is unattractive for women who have a 0.48% click-through rate and men have a 0.95% click-through rate. Yeah, which results in a much cheaper click and a better conversion rate in the end. So here we can learn a little bit, but we have to keep an eye on how this is shifting and moving over time. So essentially, what am I looking for? I'm looking for splits that I can make, breakdowns that help me to see where did I get a lower cost per acquisition. And I do this on the campaign level overall, which campaigns work better, which ad sets work better, which ads work better. And then when I'm happy with that, I do the split with the gender, age, placement, and the device category every time. Yeah, and those are usually if you go through those breakdowns, you usually find pretty interesting insights of what is working better than your other approaches. And then just do more of what's cheaper. Yeah, or if you're doing e-commerce, doing what has a better return of advertising spend, which is the holy grail of Facebook analytics. Yeah, return of advertising spend. So for this B2B scenario, it's do more of the audience that is cheaper. For example, male Android users. Yeah, and optimize your landing page and make your ad more engaging. I would bet that the cost per lead can be dropped below €4. Yeah, but we will have to try that and then get back to you with some real numbers.